Hi and welcome to Cakes and Conversations, and today we are going to learn how to make lokma, which is lugamat or dumplings. We are taking yogurt, maida, which is all-purpose flour, yeast, sugar and corn flour. So we are adding all the dry ingredients to the yogurt. If you're using an active dry yeast, please activate it before using it. I'm using the instant one. The measurements are written in the description below. So we're going to mix this, and it has to be having a consistency of not like a cake batter and not like a dough. So it is something in between. As I'm adding a little bit water to get that kind of consistency. So if you see how sticky it is, it has to be like this, but not completely wet like a cake batter and not so stiff like a dough. I'm covering it now with cling wrap and keeping to proof it for 2 hours at warm temperature. By the time that's proofing up, I'm going to make my syrup. So we need water, sugar. I'm adding a little bit saffron because I'm using rasmalai flavored. I'm making this as rasmalai flavored. I'm very obsessed with rasmalai, and that's why I am using this flavor. Otherwise, traditionally people use either rose syrup or they use orange blossom water. So I'm adding rasmalai essence, but if you want to make the traditional ones, please use orange blossom or rose or cardamom, or just saffron would work. I have a sieve on the side, syrup made on one side, and I'm ready to fry the donuts or the dumplings. These are yeast donuts, very common in Middle East, especially during Ramadan and Eid. So this is how it would be so fluffy. And now I'm going to put all the mixture in a piping bag because it's easy to fry them. You can use your hands to put dumplings in the oil, but I find piping bags much easier. So I just press one end, and I'm gonna have two hand control, of course. So pressure from the top and cut from down. That's how it works. So I'm going to put the pressure and see, I'm going to squeeze this like cut from the down. So basically I'm using this hand to cut the balls, and from top I'm putting pressure to my piping bag. Keep tossing them in the oil so that they don't burn from one side. It has to be like a very nice golden color. As soon as it's done, put it in the syrup. So we do not have to soak them in the syrup. We don't have to put it for a longer time. As soon as it's been mixed with the syrup, immediately strain it. We don't want the donuts or the dumplings to take or soak up the syrup. It's not like a gulab jamun, if you know an Indian delicacy. It is not like that. We are just coating the outside with syrup, but inside the inside it's plain. The syrup doesn't go inside. So we are immediately straining it off. Now since I'm making rasmalai, so I'm using rasmalai milk and a little bit cornstarch to thicken up because I want a sauce like texture. If you do not make rasmalai and you want to make something traditional, so this is how you would serve it. You will just pour a little bit of date syrup on the top, or honey would work fine, and sprinkle sesame seeds. This is how you check the consistency of the syrup. So now it's done. I'm plating it. So I've got the sauce at the bottom. Then I'm keeping all the dumplings. As I also told you, like if you don't want to make any kind of special flavored, you can just go ahead and pour honey or date syrup on top and sprinkle with sesame seeds. But I'm doing rasmalai here, that's why I'm decorating with the same like rasmalai, with some rasmalai pieces, dried rose petals and pistachios. I also made one more with Nutella. So I poured warm Nutella over it, and this is how my platter looks like. And this is the texture from inside. So if you see, the syrup doesn't go inside.